potential energy of a spring. So potential energy of a spring is the potential energy associated with the state of compression or extension of an elastic spring. Okay, that potential energy is known as the elastic potential energy. So here you want to find out the potential energy of the spring. So here you are considering an elastic spring of negligible mass with one end attached to a rigid support and at the other end a block of mass m is attached, and this can be sliding over a smooth horizontal surface. This block of mass m is moving over a smooth horizontal surface. Clear? And this figure represents the equilibrium position of the spring. That is, the spring is at rest. So external force acting on the spring is 0. So we can write at equilibrium position x equal to 0, fx equal to 0. Okay. So fx, or we can write fs. So we can represent here, that is the fs. Then when you apply an external force, the spring stretched or compressed. So first we can see the stretched position. We are applying the external force F. Then the spring stretched from its equilibrium position through a small distance x. This is the extension of the spring when you apply the external force. So the spring moves in the forward direction. So we can note it as the x is the positive. Okay, x is positive. So you are applying the force, external force. You are holding the block of mass m and you are pulling, and the spring stretches and it moves in the forward direction. So this applied force stored in the spring, okay, that is the restoring force. You studied in the mechanics of solid. That is the deforming force. That restoring force is known as the spring force, note it as Fs. So this applied force is equal and opposite to this spring force, that is the restoring force. So applied force, that is we are pulling, that is in the forward direction, positive direction. Then the spring force bring the spring, or the spring force has a tendency to bring the spring to its equilibrium position. So the spring force act in the opposite direction of the applied force. So applied force is in the positive direction and the spring force is in the negative direction. So spring force means it is the restoring force. So this spring force has a tendency to bring the spring to its equilibrium position. So applied force is in the positive direction, spring force is in the negative direction. So x displacement is in the positive direction, Fs is in the negative direction. Then similarly, when you compress the spring, then it compresses through a distance x, that is in the negative direction. So we can write x negative. Then what happens here? You are applying the force in the negative direction, that is you are compressing the spring. Then the spring force has a tendency to move the spring or bring the spring back to its original position. So Fs is positive. Okay, x is negative, Fs is positive. Clear? X is negative. Okay, that is it compresses. Then Fs is positive. That is spring force has a tendency to bring the spring back to its original position. Clear? So according to Hooke's law, we can write Fs is proportional to the displacement. That is, Fs is equal and opposite to the applied force. Okay, so applied force increases, X also increases. If it should be an extension or it should be a compression. Okay, so applied force is equal and opposite to this Fs. So we can write Fs is proportional to the displacement of the block from the equilibrium position. Okay, according to Hooke's law, we can write Fs, isn't it? Fs is proportional to the displacement. So we can change this proportionality sign. So we can write Fs, okay, Fs equal to minus Kx. This minus sign represents that Fs is in the positive direction, X is in the negative direction, then vice versa. Okay, so listen here, Fs, so here X is positive, Fs is negative. Here X is negative, okay, X is negative, Fs is positive. Okay, so we can write Fs equal to minus Kx. So this K is the proportionality constant called spring constant. So we can write K is the proportionality constant called spring constant. Okay, so this is the formula, Fs equal to minus Kx, that is spring force Fs. This K is called the spring constant. So we can write the K, okay, K equal to Fs by X with a negative sign. Okay, this is the value of the spring constant, K equal to Fs by X. Then what is the unit? Fs Newton, then X meter. So Newton meter raised to minus 1. This is the SI unit of spring constant. Then some two cases are there. If the K is large, if the value, if the magnitude of K is large, okay, if the magnitude of K is large, then we can write the spring is stiff. Spring is stiff. So that means you have to apply a greater force to move the spring through a distance x. Clear? Then similarly, here if K is small, okay, K is small, then we can say that the spring is soft. Spring soft. So that means you have to apply a very small force to move the spring to a distance x, isn't it? So K is large, spring stiff. K is small, then spring soft. K large means you have to, that means spring stiff means you have to apply a greater force to move the spring through a distance x. Then if the spring soft means you have to apply a small force to move the spring through a distance x. Clear? To calculate the potential energy of the spring, first you have to calculate the work done. Okay, work done by the spring force. Then that work done by the spring force is stored in the form of potential energy. So, to calculate the work done by the spring force, first you have to assume that the spring moves through a small distance dx. Okay. So, you consider that the spring stretches or compresses through a small distance dx. Okay. So, to move the spring through a small distance dx, what is the work done here? That work done is the small work done, dws. These cases you already studied in the work done by the variable force. Okay. So, the work, that is the work done for the small distance dx, that is dws, work done by the spring force, dws equal to, what is the formula? Force into distance. What is the force here? It is the spring force into the distance moved. So in the same way also, if the spring want to move from an initial position, for example an initial position xi to a final position xf, so what is the total work done by the spring force? You have to integrate this small work done from the point xi to xf. Okay, first we consider that if the spring moves through a small distance dx, then the work done is dw is equal to fs into dx. Then if the spring moves through a distance xi, initial position xi to xf, what is the total work done by the spring force? You should add all the small work done between the point xi to xf. So we can write the total work done by the spring force Ws equal to integral dws. Clear? So what is the integration is from initial position xi to xf. Okay, initial position xi to xf. So what is this fs, that is dws equal to fs into dx. So what is this fx into fx? Here fx is minus kx. So we can write here minus kx into dx. Then we can substitute that dws here, that is minus kx into dx. Clear? Then we can take the minus k outside. Then we can integrate within the bracket x square by 2. So integration you already studied in the work done by the variable force. So x square by 2 within the limit xi to xf. Then we can substitute the upper limit and the lower limit. So that is equal to minus k into xf square by 2 minus xi square by 2. That is equal to, okay, that is minus into minus plus. So work done by the spring force to move the spring from the initial position xi to xf is minus into minus plus, that is half k x I square minus half k x f square. Okay, this is the work done by the spring force to move the spring from an initial position xi to xf. So we derived the equation work done by the spring force equal to half k xi square minus half k xf square. This work done by the spring force is stored in the form of potential energy because the spring attains a position from its equilibrium. So the work done, that work done is stored in the form of potential energy. Okay, so due to its stretched or due to its compression, okay, the potential, the energy possessed by the spring, that is known as the elastic potential energy of the spring. Suppose if the block is moved from xi to a distance xf and then it is allowed and it returns to the position xi, then what does this equation becomes? Ws equal to half xi square minus xf becomes what? It again returns to the position xi. So this xf equal to xi. So what is the work done by the spring force? It is equal to 0. So we can write if the block is pulled from xi and allowed to return to xi, then work done by the spring force, that is equal to 0. So from all these things we concluded something. What else we can write? The spring force is position dependent. Okay, the spring force is position dependent. Then work done by the spring force depends on initial and final position. Okay, initial and final position. Then work done by the spring force in a cyclic process is 0. Okay, work done by the spring force in a cyclic process is 0. So what does the cyclic process? The block or the spring moves from the initial position xi and it reaches to a distance xf. Then it comes back to the initial position, that is original position xi. So this is a cyclic process. So in this cyclic process, what is the work done by the spring force? It is equal to 0. So we can say that the spring force is a conservative force. Okay, spring force is a conservative force. So here the applied force and the spring force, okay, applied force and the spring force are in the opposite direction. So in this case also applied force is in the positive direction, then spring force is in the negative direction. So we can write the work done by the applied force is equal and opposite to the work done by the spring force. So we can write work done by the applied force. Clear? Work done by the applied force equal to minus work done by the spring force. These two are equal and opposite. Work done by the applied force is equal to minus work done by the spring force. So what is the Ws? That is equal to half k xi square minus half k xf square. So we can write minus of half k xi square minus half k xf square. So that is work done by the applied force, okay, equal to minus into minus plus, that is half k x f square minus half k x I square. So this work done is stored in the form of potential energy. So we can write the increase in potential energy of the spring delta U equal to half k xf square minus half k xi square, because the position of the spring is changing from initial to final. So the work done in that case is stored in the form of potential energy. Clear? Then if you take xi equal to 0, that is initial position xi equal to 0 and xf equal to x. So initial position xi equal to 0 and xf equal to x. Then what we can write here, Wf work done by the applied force equal to half k x square minus 0. So this work done is stored in the form of potential energy of the spring, that is noted as U equal to half k x square. So this is the expression for potential energy of the spring, because the spring attains a position x from the equilibrium. Okay, so that work done is stored in the form of potential energy U equal to half k x square. So this is very important one. Okay, U equal to potential energy of the spring for an extension x is equal to half k x square. Graphically, we can also find out the potential energy of the spring. So this is the force displacement curve. So here this represents that from the equilibrium position, the spring stretches to a maximum distance xm for the force Fs, and here the spring moves through a distance minus xm for a force Fs. Okay, so here this is the curve, isn't it? That is xm positive, then Fs negative. So here xm negative, Fs positive. Clear? Fs and xm are opposite to each other. So from this graph, you want to find out the potential energy of the spring. So we can write the spring force for an extension xm. So what is the spring force for an extension xm? That is written as Fs equal to, okay, Fs equal to minus k xm. General formula minus kx. So here the distance moved by the spring is xm. So we can write Fs equal to minus k xm. Then find out the work done. Okay, after finding out the work done, you want to write the expression for the potential energy. So the work done by the spring force for an extension xm is Ws. Okay, Ws equal to, it is equal to, from the graph, how can you calculate the work done? It is equal to the area under the graph. So here we can consider this portion, isn't it? So the work done by the spring force for an extension xm is equal to area under the graph. So here the area is in the shape of a triangle, that is triangle. Okay, so that is the area of triangle O. Okay, so we can note here this is the B, OBA. So that is equal to right angle triangle. So we can write half into, okay, we can take the magnitude of the force because here it is noted the area. So here the Fs is negative, but we can take the magnitude, that is half into Fs into xm. So what is Fs here? That is minus kxm. So that is equal to half into minus kxm into xm. That is equal to minus half k xm square. Clear? Then this is the work done by the spring force. Then in the first case, the work done by the spring force is equal and opposite to the work done by the applied force. So we can write work done by the applied force W equal to minus Ws. That is equal to minus of, okay, minus half k xm square. So that is W equal to half k xm square. So this work done is stored in the form of potential energy U equal to half k xm square. So xm is the maximum distance traveled by the spring. So U equal to half k xm square. Now we can see how the energy is conserved in the movement of the spring. So here you understand that at the extreme position, that is from the equilibrium state, when the spring moves through the extreme positions, it has the maximum potential energy. Okay. So that time its kinetic energy is 0 because when it reaches the extreme position, it stops for a second. So its kinetic energy is 0 and the potential energy at the extreme position, that is when it stretches and when it compresses, it has the maximum potential energy, but kinetic energy is 0. But at the equilibrium position, okay, at the equilibrium position, what is the equilibrium position? X equal to 0. So in the equation U equal to half k x square, potential energy 0. At the equilibrium position, potential energy 0. Kinetic energy is maximum because the spring moves through the extreme position and moves through the equilibrium position and then reaches to the next extreme position. So the velocity is maximum. So kinetic energy is maximum at the equilibrium position. So what happens here? When the spring moves from the equilibrium state, equilibrium position to the extreme position, then what happens here? Kinetic energy is changed into potential energy, then potential energy is changed into kinetic energy. Then when it moves through the next extreme position, what happens here? Kinetic energy is changed into potential energy, then potential energy is also changed into kinetic energy when it reaches the equilibrium position. So in this way, the kinetic energy and the potential energy are interchanged. So we can say that energy is conserved. Clear? Energy is conserved. So this we can plot it in an energy displacement curve. So this represents the energy displacement curve of the potential energy of the spring. So here, when you go through this, you can, this is the displacement axis and this is the energy axis. Okay. So this represents the conservation of energy for the spring. So here, this is the equilibrium position. Okay. So this is the extreme position. So in the extreme positions, this is the potential energy curve. And this dotted line represents the kinetic energy curve. So at the extreme positions, kinetic energy is 0, potential energy is maximum. At the equilibrium position, potential energy is 0, kinetic energy is maximum. Then total energy is constant. It is represented by a straight line. parallel to the displacement axis. This graph is same as you see it in the conservation of mechanical energy. Once again, this is the kinetic energy. This dotted line represents the kinetic energy and this line represents the potential energy. So at the extreme position, potential energy is that is potential energy is maximum and kinetic energy is 0. So at the equilibrium position, the potential energy is 0, kinetic energy maximum. So this is the energy displacement curve. So this represents the conservation of energy. So this straight line represents the total energy. Clear?